And just as you watch this video, don't worry so much about knowing necessarily how every single one of these different theories work. We're going to cover most of them individually as well in later units. But I just want to get this through so that you have a basic understanding of how the field started and where the field is now. And let's go ahead and move on to the next topic. The next topic is behaviorism. And behaviorism says, let's not worry about the mental processes that we can't see going on from within. So let's not try to make patients look at ink blots to figure out what in the heck's going on with them. It says that psychology should focus on behavior, not internal thoughts. Psychology should focus on behavior, not internal thoughts. Okay, so behaviorism psychology should focus on behavior, not internal thoughts. That is really known. It's really still used today, and it's used all the time. And for all of those in my psychology course, you'll know that in my course and many courses in every high school classroom you've probably ever been in, if you did certain behaviors, there were consequences. So that behavior equals consequence really was B.F. Skinner. So if if someone stands up and chucks a pencil at my head, then there's a consequence for that action. There would be a punishment. I would send you to the office, or I would give you a seminar or anything like that. So behavior is, I'm trying to curb a behavior. I don't like getting pencils chucked at my face, turns out, and to try to stop that behavior, I add a punishment. Okay, so that is behaviorism. So I don't care what internal thoughts are going on in your head when you're chucking the pencil at my face. What I do care about is that you don't try to do that again. So that's what behaviorism does, and it works for more things than the extreme of throwing something at a teacher's face. And then in class, you'll remember we watched this video of John Watson, and he is known for the Baby Albert experiment. Baby Albert. And if you'll recall, Baby Albert was made to be afraid of anything Baby Albert was made to be afraid of anything that was furry. So something furry would come up to Baby Albert, and then Mr. Watson or Dr. Watson would make a big loud clang on the back behind Baby Albert's head. It was a very cruel experiment, but it made Baby Albert afraid of furry things. And then the last one is Ivan Pavlov, and Pavlov's dogs is what he is known for. Pavlov's dogs. And so Ivan Pavlov did an experiment with dogs, and I'll tell you what, as extra credit, if you look up Ivan Pavlov and you can explain the Pavlov's dog experiment in one paragraph of writing, then I will give you bonus points. And we're going to move on to humanism now. And if you are in the Fantastic Four, my first bell, Fantastic Four, this is where we stopped in the lecture. So you need to watch the rest of this for homework. And we have two things to cover: humanism and cognitive psychology. So humanism says that free will shapes behavior. Free will shapes behavior. So it would say that humans are not these things that are close to animals. The thing that differs is we have the ability to make our own choices. We don't just work off of instinct. So free will shapes behavior. And it also argued that, yeah, that humans can make their own choices. And this was popular in the 1960s. And it was influenced by the culture of the 60s. If you think back to your history classes, in America, what was going on in the 60s is we had protests over civil rights, we had protests over the Vietnam War, so there was a big hippie slash protest culture that was all about free will, and this humanism side of psychology really sprung from that, because many academics were part of this hippie culture as well. So humanism, free will shapes behavior, and that's really all of that. And let's go ahead and move on to cognitive psychology. So cognitive psychology is the result of researchers sort of growing tired of stimuli and response. So to curve behavior like throwing a pencil at the teacher's face, the teacher punishes. Not everything can be done in that way. So I can't punish my way into making you all study hard and get A's. So we have to. So cognitive psychology sort of stems out of that this behaviorism that we talked about a bit earlier. Behaviorism doesn't solve all the problems. So this stimuli and response, it wasn't working for everything. So they had to figure out some more things to really understand the mind. And they used performance data for inferences. Performance data is how they did this. And this psychology really compares strategies against each other. So the example would be if you have memory strategy A for a group of students and memory strategy B for a different group of students, you test those students and see which ones remember more of the content you want them to, and then you push whichever memory strategy works better, obviously. So it uses performance for inferences. Now, that concludes our quick history of psychology. This video will be posted for the rest of the year on the website, and to go along with it, if you go on our website, you under our ethics tab, the first tab under psychology on the left, you will see an exit slip at the bottom, and you can download that exit slip on your phone or on your computer, and that exit slip, those set of questions that will be due to me the next class period for first bell and second bell, or third bell, excuse me. Since you are a day behind, we're going to shoot for Tuesday to get that exit slip done. But if you need to, you can review this video for as long as you'd like, or you can just pick the spots by rewinding and fast forwarding to figure out what you need to review. So take a look at your notes that you've taken in class, take a look at this video, use these resources to get this exit slip done. It won't be difficult, but please have that ready for the next class. We'll see you next time.